The Alaia ballet flats. If you have been anywhere across the internet over the past year or so, you have heard about these Alaia mesh ballet flats. And I was resistant to purchase them. But the more I saw them, the more I realized maybe this would be a good option to add to my wardrobe. So today I will be going ahead and giving my thoughts on these and how I've been styling them and what I think about them so far as we approach the warm summer months, and these will be heavy in rotation. I'm going to do the brief unboxing, talking about where I got these and the price that I paid, the sizing, how comfortable they are, and then showing you how I style them and giving my overall thoughts. So let's go ahead and get the unboxing out of the way. I know people love a darn unboxing. Let me break out this Monster Book of Monsters S box. So this is the, infamous Alaia packaging. Come on, this definitely gives Hagrid's Monster Book of Monsters. If you know, you know. All right, let's go ahead and do it. And this is fraudulent as hell. I've worn these multiple times, but I'll go ahead and do the unboxing here. You gotta unbuckle them here. I think it smells like real leather actually, but the box is like a heavy plastic or something like that, so it's not anything too crazy. And then unfold it here. Opens in here. Can you see that? All right. And you have 2 dust bags, okay? Thank you very much. 2 dust bags. Alaia Paris. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And just a close up on the box where you can see the Alaia. The Alaia is like stamped into the leather. Ooh. There you go. Nice. So ridiculous. Okay, and in the dust bag, of course, are the flats. And these are the Alaia mesh ballet flats in the black color. And I really want to show you them from the side so you can see how thick the sole is. Hopefully that is coming across for you. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do cutaways. And the sole is rubber. You see I got like New York dust and subway dust all over the bottom. They also say Alaia and have those infamous like perforations that Alaia is famous for. Has like the patent leather strap and then the buckle here. Okay, so where did I get these from? I got these online from an Italian retailer called Bruna Rossa because I originally tried these on at Bergdorf Goodman here in New York City, and I thought I would buy them there if I decided to actually go forward with the purchase, but then I found them way below retail on Bruna Rossa. Now, Bruna Rossa is one of those Italian boutiques that does international shipping, and I at first I was iffy. But I saw that they were a retailer that Farfetch uses, so I said, okay, this is a real retailer. I can trust them. They'll also their online presence really it looked legit. So I was like, okay, this is for real. I think they retail for around 560 euro on their website. And then they had 40 euro shipping. Now these retail in the US for $890, so I ended up paying around 650 US, including shipping, when I got them from the Italian boutique. Now what size did I get? I got these in my normal size, 37. These fit kind of weird. As you can see, they're kind of narrow. So like sometimes my little foot, like it's mesh here. It's like a very substantial mesh. So, you can definitely see every lump and bump on your toe. Unless you got very like long, narrow feet, I think it will kind of stretch the mesh out a little bit. So that's one thing to note about these. But these are pretty comfortable given the fact that they are rubber on the bottom. They're not as flat as you think they are. Like they're very substantial. That's not coming across, but there's a very substantial sole here, and that's what made me decide to buy these, because I thought they were really like super flat on the ground, like the size of what it looks like on the outside, and it's way more substantial than you think. Also, and this might break your brain, they're stretchy. They're stretchy. It's basically like a flatter sneaker kind of thing, and that really, and the fact that it's rubber, and so you're not gonna be slipping and sliding all over the place in these. That really sold it for me. I'm sorry, this seemed like a more practical version of a flat, because if ballet flats are really trendy right now, but a lot of them they have that slippery bottom, they have no stretch, they're very, very flat, and these have a substantial amount I'm gonna go ahead and do cutaways for you, but these have a substantial sole here, and I really, really like that about them. Now, one thing I do want to note is the back strap here, I have like little band-aids in here to, very classy, I know. Okay, so you have the shoe here, and then you have that little tab in the back, and there's a little part where it can kind of scrape on the back of your heel. And so in order to flatten that part in the back, I just put little band-aids in there, because that's the one part that drives me crazy about these shoes, and they can kind of be uncomfortable. And the first time I wore these, I kind of rubbed the back of my heel raw on these. So I went ahead and put the little band-aid in there, and that really solved the issue. And it's really only on one foot, although it did bother this foot a little bit, but it bothered my right foot more. I don't know if my right foot is bigger or whatever it is. I have no idea. But that was the one sore spot. So I solved that by putting little band-aids in there. And now they're pretty comfortable. I've even commuted in these. I got a long ass commute. So if I say I can commute in a shoe, the shoe is good. I can't commute in just any shoe, okay? So I really like these so far. Just be mindful of that. Also be mindful of how narrow they are. So I mean, you know, they might not look, on people with super narrow feet, I feel like they look like super cute and dainty or whatever. On my feet, you know, because they're a little wider, they don't have quite that dainty. They're dainty, but not quite as dainty. Just be aware of that. But I don't have any issues with this front strap of my foot. I think it's perfect. It only has 3 holes though. You might, depending on your foot or whatever, you might have to get extra holes put in, but I found it to be perfect for me. It's not uncomfortable. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say in terms of comfort and sizing. Like I said, I got my normal size. Editing Devin here. So I wanted to come in and say, I filmed that video a couple weeks ago, and I've had these for a little bit more time, and it's getting warmer, so I've worn them even more. So I had a few things to add. First of all, still love them, very comfortable. I've worn them so much over the past couple of weeks. Also, I went to visit my mom for Mother's Day, and she also loved those shoes, and I was very surprised because she does not always love my more ridiculous purchases, but she really liked them, and she actually complimented me on those. That's the good stuff. The bad thing is I have noticed a little bit of the patent leather on like on the back of the shoe kind of wearing off a little bit, especially where I put like the tape and everything to prevent it from rubbing on my heel. And then on the exterior too, I've noticed a little bit of it kind of like peeling. So I don't love that. Still love the shoe, but I did want to let you know if you were thinking about purchasing these. Okay, that's it. Now, how do I wear these? I think you can wear these very casually. You can even dress them up a little bit. I feel like these look best with a super long pant or a super long dress, like almost to the floor, and then these kind of poking out from underneath of them. But I'm going to be wearing these with shorts, with shorter skirts, shorter dresses all summer. This is really my black sandal. I might buy like a way cheaper sandal for the summer too, just to give myself options. But this was my bougie summer purchase, and I'm really having a good time with it so far. Unfortunately, it hasn't been that hot, so I can't wear it that often. But the times that I have worn it, now that I discovered the little band-aid trick, I have really enjoyed wearing these. My overall thoughts, do I think these are worth it? I always say when people talk about, is a designer item worth it? No, it's never worth it. Designer items are never worth the retail price, but I didn't pay retail, and I try to never pay retail generally, so I thought I got a good deal on these. And you know, I have to say, with Alaia, there's a lure to Alaia for me. Like there's like this, it has like a special place in my heart. I remember a while back, I think Rihanna and her best friend, Melissa Ford, went to Azadine Alaia's studio or whatever, and they were walking around and posting pictures on Instagram of them in these like beautiful cat suits he had made them. And I just remember before that, I had this affinity for Alaia, and then I saw that and it just added to it. I remember the Alaia like hiking boots that Beyonce used to walk around in. Even with this new creative director that they have, I love the pieces that he's creating and putting down the runway. The beautiful ornate denim, the big balloon jeans. They make like this denim bolero that's so beautiful. Like the dresses, like Alaia does have a special place in my heart. And then I saw these, actually not the mesh ones, I saw the leather ones with the crystals all over them. And that really, like, I just feel like they're coming into the modern age in a really good way. They're maintaining the relevance, and it's just, I don't know, Alaia just does have a special place in my heart, and I'm really excited to like kind of own a piece of it. And this is a very functional piece. This is a piece that I can wear every day and bring into my everyday life. And that's what I really like about buying designer items. I like to not buy the fancy pieces you can only wear every once in a while. I like to buy the everyday item so that you can inject a bit of fantasy into your everyday life, and that's what makes luxury worth it to me. Just to inject that little bit of fantasy, that little bit of fun, and I think these are a really great way to do it. So are they worth it? Obviously not worth retail. Try to find a discount. I know it's gonna be hard. But I do love these, and especially if you're looking for something that bridges that gap between the casual and the not so casual, a great option. I do want to mention dupes though, especially if you like these but you don't want to pay the retail price, which is a very reasonable thing to not want to do. I mean, I understand I wanted to pay hundreds of dollars for essentially a sandal. If you're thinking about dupes, I know Tony Bianco makes a really good dupe. I've seen nice reviews of that. I think a brand called Source Unknown I've seen on TikTok. People really seem to like that. Who else? Steve Madden makes a cute dupe. So there are a lot of options that give you this look for way less. You know who else has a really nice version of this? Mango makes a cute version with like a little ankle strap instead of the Mary Jane strap. So there are so many good options out there if you're looking to get into the mesh ballet flat or just a ballet flat period trend. But I do enjoy these Alaias. Like I said, I already had kind of an affinity for Alaia, and I was in the market for like a bougie summer shoe. So this is my bougie summer purchase. But hopefully this was helpful. It was. Maybe you'll consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel. You can also check me out on my website, shortnotsweet.com. If you want to see how I'm styling these shoes all summer, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at shortnotsweetdevaney. Thank you so much for watching, and please take care of yourself. Bye.